Hi everyone. Good morning. So I woke up my usual time. My usual time now is around 6 in the morning. I have my alarm set for that time. And I'm just hoping this week is going to bring good news for me, because obviously, as a graduate of this country and somebody who's worked hard, I want things to fall in place for me. I want things to work out for me. And you see the immigration problems all over the world, especially in South Africa. I'm still applying for jobs there. Teleperformance has openings there for HR business partners and in different areas. So if I get a job there, I'm prepared to go. I know there's problems with the immigration and all that, but if I go back, I'll be going back as a Canadian. And I'll be going back with a work permit. So I'm not worried about that. And I'll always be able to come back to Canada because I'm a citizen here now. Zimbabwe, it's very hard because I know the unemployment rate is high. But again, I'm highly qualified, I'm highly skilled. And so if I do get something, I'm prepared to go to Zimbabwe as well. It's very hard. Immigration is hard all over. Even when I brought my mother here, I make it sound easy and I make it sound like it was simple, and I make it sound like, yeah, you can do it, because I want others not to give up hope. But the reality is that no one gives me the credit that should be due to me for what I did for my mother and for my family. And I was treated like a man, basically. The amount of pressure that was put on me by my uncles, by my dad's cousin, by everybody, it's not normal. They wanted me to bring my mother. I understand that. I had just started my job at TD, and this kind of pressure is ongoing. And, I used to get emails from people saying, when are you taking your mother? What are you doing? You people have to take her. What's wrong with you? And I had written to MPs, I had written to politicians, and I had put in the papers once she made the decision, because it was her decision to live in Zimbabwe and not to come here. And I supported her in her decisions. And then I had to go and I met with Mr. Volpe. First I called a lot of MPs to say that she had had a break-in, and that there was a lot of pressure being put on me to bring her to Canada, and could anything be done to speed up her papers. So then eventually I got through to the secretary of the immigration minister, and she said to me, I can't promise you anything because normally he doesn't meet with people, but let me see if he's willing to meet with you. And then I met with Mr. Volpe, and then Mr. Volpe helped to speed up her papers because of the situation she was in and because of the political problems in Zimbabwe. And I know how the Indian culture is. The Indian culture is like the Canadian culture. When they want you to do something, they don't come to you directly. It's not like the Zimbabwe culture, which I prefer. They go through others. And then others come to you and put that pressure on you and tell you what to do. And then when my mother came here, she decided to stay with my sister. So that was again a disappointment right off the bat. And when I asked her, she said, well, I've got my own health concerns. I've got my own life that I want to live, and I don't want to stay with you. So I was like, okay, fine, but I'm getting tired of this ongoing situation where I'm putting in all the work, not just in family life, but in my professional life, in my career, and things are not working out for me. When I have to deal with things, I'm left to deal with them on my own. And it's very, very stressful. Like, when I was at Teleperformance, at least I had some support from my supervisors. I had people on my team that could push back for me and tell others they're not looking at things the right way. I had people to stand up for me. I had people to be on my side. Because if you don't have that, it's very difficult. If everybody is ganging up against you and you basically struggling as it is to put food on the table, to make ends meet, and you're highly qualified, and people are telling you you are the problem and you can't hold a job, and it's not coming from strangers, it's coming from people who are related to you, it makes it very difficult for the politicians, for the priests, for everybody else who can see what I've done and what I'm trying to accomplish, to keep pushing back and to keep telling people, including family members, you are not looking at this the right way. You are not looking at Belinda the right way. You are not giving her the credit you should. And the same thing happened at the police station. And even the police push back on people. Do they listen? Oh no. So for me, if I can get a job far away from here and go, I'm going to go. Because I'm tired of getting text messages from people saying that, oh, they're going to get me out of the building, all these inappropriate messages and all that, because I've worked hard. And believe you me, it wasn't easy to bring my mother here. It wasn't easy. It's not the way people think. You don't just put in the papers and everything falls into place. It's very, very challenging. And it's very hard because you have to prove that you're a responsible citizen. You have to prove that you've got a job. You have to prove that you can make good decisions. You have to prove that you are meeting your responsibilities and you can take care of yourself before you can bring other family members here and you can take care of them. And if your situation is not good, they will not put those papers through. They won't. And at that time, I was fortunate because TD gave me an opportunity and I had a permanent job. I had stability. Yeah, it was low wages, very low wages. I was earning under 30,000 a year. But because I was such a good executive assistant and I was working with executives at the managing director level and above and the C-suite team, that also helped. The fact that I went to Rotman also helped. All the things that I did benefited other people. And yet my own life is not getting better. My own life is going into poverty. My own life is going into financial ruin. And this is not the way that it should be. I even applied to jobs in Singapore. I applied to jobs in England. I applied to jobs all over Africa, especially in the SADC region, because basically I'm on my own. And if I don't have an income and I don't have a property and I don't have things that are for me, then how am I supposed to survive and how am I supposed to live? I also want to buy a car. I also want to have 2 and 3 properties. I also want to be a homeowner. I don't want my life to always be about what's going to benefit other people while my life is suffering. It's not fair to me. And that's not how life is set up. It's not set up so that your life goes into poverty and everybody else's lives come up. It's not supposed to work that way. And even if my mother tells me that, oh, my cousins got into wrong company and then they had problems or whatever, if she tells me, tell the church, I tell the church. Because my life gets spoiled if somebody else does something wrong in the family. So I tell the church. If they get into bad company in India and my mother tells me, oh, your cousin got into bad company and now there's a problem and they had to take them and put them in rehab, you better tell the church. I tell the church. Because you know what? I worked hard. I worked hard. I didn't go and get involved in gangs and in drugs or inappropriate relationships. I didn't get pregnant out of wedlock. I didn't have affairs with anybody. So I'm tired of all this kind of drama, ongoing drama, including with Bono. Even if Bono wants a personal relationship with me, it's got nothing to do with his team. Not that he did. He never wanted anything personal with me. He's a very nice man, and he's committed to his wife. Even if he wanted something, it would have nothing to do with his One Campaign team. It's got nothing to do with them, just like his personal life has got nothing to do with me. Yeah, he wrote a book, and yeah, many of us who volunteer with him care about him, so we stand up for him. But you know what? If his team thinks that they can come and interfere in my personal life, they got another thing coming, because I walk with my feet. It's got nothing to do with them. The same thing as where I work. It's got nothing to do with them. And I'm tired of it. If people want those same relationships with Bono and Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal and Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray, then do the work. Do the work. You want to build a personal relationship with them? Do the work. First of all, find out what their charities are and make a donation. Even if it's $10, start with that. Put your money where your mouth is instead of focusing on my damn life. And secondly, instead of being spineless, do what I did. You think I wasn't scared to go to Mr. Volpe or to go to meet these politicians to get aid for Africa? You think I didn't shake just like the rest of the volunteers? Instead of focusing on me and ruining my damn life and coordinating calls to my workplaces, do the work. Go there, sign the petitions, meet with the politicians, and put your money where your mouth is, instead of spoiling my name and my life and my reputation and my finances. Go there. Go and meet with the politicians and lobby to get money for Africa, and money that Bono gets that goes to the Sisters of St. Joseph and the Sisters of the Americas. Do it. Do it, and then after you've done it, from the age of 5 years old, then come and talk to me, because I am sick and tired of the way my life is going and the trajectory of going into poverty and having to have people from the Prime Ministers of Canada like Stephen Harper and Prime Minister Trudeau and Prime Minister Mark Carney fighting against people who have the wrong mindset. I am tired of it, and don't you dare think that they're not fighting for me, because they are. They are fighting for me, even against the police. The prime ministers of this country will fight for me, even against the police. That's how much work I did, and that's how important I am to them. But oh no, not to other people. Other people accuse me of having mental health problems and want to take me and leave me in Sunnybrook. I am tired of it. I'm sick of it. Do the work. Shake in your boots and go and meet with the MPs and tell them why they should give money to Africa or to any place for treatable diseases, when your own life is going into poverty and you don't have a job and you're using food banks and nobody gives a shit. And then come and talk to me, because I am sick and tired of not being given the best opportunities in life, the best salaries, the best things in life. And you know what? Yesterday, my cousin phoned me from India. He said, "Where are you? Why didn't you answer the phone?" I told him I'm watching the game here. I don't have to answer to anybody. If any of them can do what I did for my family and my cousins, then they can speak to me. I don't answer to any of them. And I'm tired of being treated like I'm a stupid idiot and like I never graduated and like I never did anything to help my mother. I'm tired of it. I deserve to have a good paid job, and Teleperformance knows it. So do the banks, TD, RBC, BMO. If other people want to work there, don't take it out on me. You want those opportunities? Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone and network and do the work that I did. Build relationships with Jason Peel and Jean de Kanye and all these people. Don't you dare piggyback off me, and don't use me. Just because I got those jobs at BMO and TD and all these places and I did well, I put in the work. Don't come and ruin my career and my life and everything I've worked so hard for, because it's not fair to me. And if you want a personal relationship with Bono, put in the work. Don't come and spoil my relationships and what I did from 1976 to now, because you don't understand. And to you, it looks like, look at what's happening for her. What is happening for me? Poverty, lack of work, short-term contracts, low-paid jobs. That's what's happening for me. So don't think that for you, from the outside, it looks like, oh, look at all those opportunities she got. You know what? Nobody opened those doors for me. I didn't. My uncles are in America. They went to Fordham. They went to Stanford. They didn't open doors for me. They didn't introduce me to their tennis partners that know bankers and know people. No one did anything for me. So don't come and spoil my opportunities. If I get a job at TD as an executive assistant or at BMO in a project consulting role or at Teleperformance and I work my way up, don't coordinate calls and put calls through to my workplaces and spoil everything I've done. My humor is not your humor, and your humor is not my humor, and your mental health is not my mental health. My mental health is fine for where I come from. I don't think like you, and I don't want to think like you. And you know what? My values are based on the Bible. And if you don't like it, don't take it out on me. Go and live your life how you want and ruin your own life. Don't come and ruin my life, because I'm tired of it. I deserve to have those good paid jobs paying over $120,000 in 2007. And I'm still fighting for it. I'm tired of it. I am sick and tired of it.